Yo, what's up guys, it's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another episode of my zombie origin series. For you guys that don't know, it's been a while since I did an episode. I'm actually going to be doing weekly zombie videos again. Black Ops 3 is around the corner and I want to get as many of these videos out as I can leading up to the release of Black Ops 3, where we're going to have a ton more theories, origins, evolution, a whole bunch of content. So today we are going to be talking about Brutus. Alright guys, so before we actually do jump into the story of Brutus, who he is, who created him, I really quickly want to remind you guys too, if you enjoyed this episode, if you guys want to see more zombie content, make sure to leave a like, leave a favorite on this episode of Zombie Origins. Let's try to break 700 likes on this episode. That would be absolutely insane if we could hit it. We'll definitely have a ton more zombie content from Zombie Theories, and Behind the Horror is coming back really soon as well, because it's been a month I think since the last episode, so I can't wait to do that. So if you guys are excited, leave a like, leave a favorite, and of course if you are new, if you enjoy zombie content from Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, World at War, the story, the evolution, and even Exo Zombies, then make sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss any future content. Now with that said, let's talk about Brutus. Basically, Brutus, for you guys that don't know who he is one of the boss zombies in Call of Duty Zombies, specifically the one that you see in Mob of the Dead. Now, Brutus is a big guy. Honestly, he was probably one of the scariest bosses that I've ever had to face in Call of Duty Zombies. The other ones, you know, are an afterthought really after you've faced Brutus. It's the Hellhounds, the infected ones from Exo Zombies. You know, all the other ones kind of pale in comparison to just how creepy the boss is in Mob of the Dead, mostly because of the atmosphere and the setting that this map has. And so basically we're going to be learning about today, who is Brutus? Who is he? Who created him? What is going on? And obviously we're going to be also talking about the story for Mob of the Dead just a little bit. For you guys that have missed my actual storyline, the in-depth storyline for this, you guys can check it out in my official Call of Duty Zombie storyline series, but we're just going to talk a little bit about the story and why it's a little bit different. There's two different outcomes to this essentially. So basically, for you guys that don't know, at the completion of this Easter egg, you actually find out that all of this was sort of a purgatory slash dream sequence, if you want to call it that. Basically, you're hearing all these audio quotes from one of the guards who's actually seen in the intro cutscene for Mob of the Dead, whose name is Stanley Ferguson. Now, even though this is the intro cutscene, it really kind of boils down to the fact that they were already dead by the time this happened. So in one sense, Brutus doesn't exist, and in the other sense, he does exist when you want to talk about the purgatory. So the reason we can believe, and here this is the big revelation here, is that Brutus is actually Stanley Ferguson. Now Stanley Ferguson is the character again who we mentioned right at the beginning, who was right there at the beginning. He's the one that Sal actually stabbed right at the beginning to kind of break himself out of the cell and basically help out everyone else kind of break out. So it was the beginning of their staged escape. So basically the reason that we know this, guys, is because of audio quotes from Mob of the Dead, where Sal is actually heard playing with the idea that Brutus is actually Stanley Ferguson. He speculates it. The reason that we believe this is because he's the big guard. He's the big guy, obviously. And he's also the one who was in charge, who at the time also was Stanley Ferguson. He's the one who was kind of doing the rounds around the cell block, trying to find people, making sure everyone was in their cell, etc. And I don't know exactly how, but he actually ended up turning into this super gigantic jumbo boss zombie that actually ends up stomping around, shaking the entire map if you're near him, and just becoming one of the scariest dudes to face in Call of Duty Zombies. Now the next thing that I do want to mention also that is a pretty cool kind of Easter egg to this as well, and I'll touch upon this more in more episodes of Behind the Horror, but basically also in Mob of the Dead, Brutus is based off, just the name really, is based off Brutus from The Green Mile, which is a movie from, you know, quite a bit ago, which features a death row inmate who basically was falsely accused. And so basically Brutus is the name of the cell guard who's actually there, and that's basically where the name kind of lends to it. So Brutus, the name from that, kind of referenced to Green Mile, and also it's Stanley who was the guard who was actually stabbed to death. But anyways, guys, yeah, so I wanted to answer this quick question, this really short episode of Zombie Origins. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to leave a favorite. It does get the content out there, helps the channel grow. And of course, if you are new, if this is the first video that you are watching, then make sure to subscribe. I'm going to have a ton of zombie content going up every single Saturday, and a bunch of other ones going in between from live commentary. So the challenges. So make sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss that content. Also, guys, if you guys have any suggestions, what do you guys want me to cover next? I can do more bosses, I can do Takeo, I can do, you know, some of the other main characters in the zombie story, like I did with Tank Dempsey in this previous episode. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are excited for zombies coming back to the channel weekly, and more than weekly, really. So hopefully you guys are excited. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I'm XRAYZ. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.